As Anish is a sculptor, he's used to working with surface, material and form. And he's a very spatial artist. His volumes everybody knows. So discussions about how big spaces should be and the nature of the surfaces of those spaces was one where there were quite a few conversations, but also at the same time, because we were making so many studios, we had the opportunity to be iterative in the way the studios developed as a design aesthetic. So initially they were quite pure, but as we went further into the journey of making the studios, they became more rudimentary, in a way as you'd expect an artist studio to be. There are 7 studios altogether, and within each individual studio there are specific acts occurring. Some studio spaces are for making form, some are for finishing, some are for surfacing, some are for documentation, some are private painting studios. They all have a specific use, but at the same time they all have the capacity to be flexible in the future, because an artist is always developing new ideas, so they also have to be spaces for innovation as well. The capacity for the roof on the new spaces we've created is higher than you would normally expect in a building of that a typology of that type. We can support 3 tons on any individual beam, so adding that together, the load can be quite extreme. It also meant that the nature of the construction had to respond to that, and you were using normal industrial materials like profile metal decks, etc., to create the spaces. Anish has been on this site in South London for, I think, 20 years or so. From very early in his career till now, where it's perhaps fair to say it's at a different level, he has worked and created pieces in this place. Now, that's important because as an artist you sometimes make marks on walls, or you tattoo them with ideas and scribe into them. And in a sense, what we had to maintain was that history, that archaeology, because it's important to the spirit of how an artist works. You have to feel at home when you're creating work. So one of the biggest challenges we had was to try and make an environmentally and programmatically better set of buildings for him, but at the same time not lose some of that creative juice, that creative space that he needs and that he felt comfortable with.